Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Elizabeth, a holistic health and embodiment coach, and I help women heal from the inside out, body, mind, and hormones. Today we are diving into something that is affecting millions of people, and oftentimes without them even knowing that they have it, which is insulin resistance. If you're struggling with things like stubborn weight gain, fatigue, brain fog, or irregular cycles, this could be the missing link. Let's talk about what insulin resistance is and how it impacts your health, and most importantly, how you can start reversing it today naturally. But before we dive in, don't forget to check out the links in the description box below for all of the ways that you can work with me and for all of the wellness resources that I have available to you to help you on your health journey today. Now, let's dive into the basics of insulin resistance. Insulin is a hormone that is made by your pancreas, and it helps your body move sugar or glucose from your bloodstream to your cells for energy. When you eat, especially carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises and insulin gets released. But when your body is exposed to too much insulin too often, your cells stop responding to it properly. This is called insulin resistance. You may have heard of it before, and the body keeps pumping more and more of this insulin, but your cells basically ignore the signal. So glucose stays in your blood, and it leads to things like high blood sugar, to cravings, to fatigue, and eventually it can lead to more serious health problems. According to the CDC and recent data, more than 1 in 3 adults in the US have pre-diabetes right now, which is often caused by insulin resistance, and up to 88 million people may have it without even knowing it yet. And this doesn't include all of the people that are currently struggling with things like PCOS, belly fat, or early stage metabolic dysfunction who haven't yet been tested. There are several root causes of insulin resistance, and we're going to look at what some of the most common ones are. First of all, there's poor diet, which diets, especially in high or refined carbs and sugar, can affect this. If you have a sedentary lifestyle or a lack of regular physical movement, if you have chronic stress, which spikes cortisol and impacts insulin, poor sleep or regular sleep patterns, excess belly fat, which is both a symptom and a driver of insulin resistance, hormonal balances, especially in women with PCOS, inflammation from processed foods, toxins, or gut health issues. It's really not just about eating too much sugar. It's about the combination of diet, stress, sleep, movement, and even emotional health that affects how your body uses insulin properly. Do you struggle with any of these issues that I mentioned? If so, let me know in the comments below. Insulin resistance is often the silent trigger behind a range of health problems. Here are just a few of the conditions that are strongly linked to it. If you have type 2 diabetes, when insulin resistance gets worse, it can lead to chronically high blood sugar levels and eventually to diabetes. PCOS, up to 70% of women with PCOS also have insulin resistance, which contributes to irregular cycles, acne, and weight gain. If you have weight gain and fatigue, especially belly fat that's hard to lose despite dieting or exercising, heart disease and high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome, cognitive decline, and Alzheimer's, which is often referred to as type 3 diabetes because of its strong link to insulin resistance in the brain, skin tags and dark patches of skin, and frequent sugar cravings. So how do you know if you're insulin resistant, especially if you haven't even yet been diagnosed with anything? Here are some of the common signs and symptoms that you may have it. If you feel tired after meals, if you constantly crave carbs or sugar, If you have an issue gaining weight easily, especially in the belly area, if you feel shaky, irritable, or lightheaded, if you go too long without food, if you have brain fog or trouble concentrating, if your periods are irregular, or if you have symptoms of PCOS, if you notice skin tags or darkened skin patches, if you feel like your body holds onto weight no matter what you do. If you have several of these symptoms, it's worth looking into your blood sugar and insulin levels. But even without lab tests, there's a lot that you can do proactively. The good news is insulin resistance is reversible, and often through simple but powerful changes in your daily routine, there are ways that you can address this and correct it. Here's where to start. Eat in a way that balances your blood sugar, prioritizing protein at every meal. This helps keep you full and reduces glucose spikes. Aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of protein. Add in healthy fats like avocado, extra virgin olive oil, and nuts are great. Eat fiber-rich vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, and cauliflower, to name a few. Limit refined carbs and sugar. Think things like white bread, regular pasta, pastries, soda, processed snacks. Try a lower carb or whole foods-based diet, or experiment with carb cycling. Also, move your body daily. Exercise improves insulin sensitivity almost immediately. So try to aim for daily walking, especially after meals. Try to incorporate strength training 2 to 3 times per week to build lean muscle, which uses more glucose. Even short workouts or stretching can make a difference. Also, improve your sleep, because poor sleep increases insulin resistance. Try to aim for the 7 to 9 hours of sleep and schedule of consistent sleep and wake times. No screens or blue light an hour before bed. No eating or drinking fluids 2 to 3 hours before sleep. And try to manage your stress levels, because chronic stress elevates cortisol, which worsens blood sugar control. Try to incorporate deep breathing exercises for this, or yoga or meditation are great. Try to incorporate nature walks, because nature has been proven to reduce stress levels. Journaling to free your mind and what it needs to come out, or a gratitude practice is great. Adding in time for activities that bring you joy, that you most likely tell yourself that you don't have time for. Try to seek time and connection with loved ones, or even pets can help reduce and help induce that feel-good hormone that can help reduce your stress levels. Also, try time-restricted eating if you're able to, or AKA intermittent fasting. I'm sure you've heard of it. Even a 12 to 14 hour overnight fast can help your body become more insulin sensitive, especially if you're not snacking late into the night. You can gradually work to a 16-hour fast or even longer, as long as you don't have any conditions that would make that unsafe. For women, though, keep in mind that your hormonal changes and the times of the month, typically the 2 weeks prior to your cycle, where it's better not to typically fast because of the side effects that you may experience. Otherwise, it can be a powerful tool. Generally, the follicular phase, 1 to 14 days, is the more optimal time. You want to also reduce inflammation, cutting back on sugar, processed foods, seed oils, and alcohol, adding in anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, wild salmon, and leafy greens are great. Basically, a whole foods diet that's grown straight from the earth. That's the best way to maintain a body with little to no inflammation in it. If you've been struggling with weight, fatigue, or hormonal issues and nothing seems to be working for you, then insulin resistance might be a missing piece in what's going on. But the power is in your hands, because with the right changes, you are able to reverse it and regain your energy and start thriving again. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe and share it with someone who you think might need to hear this message today. And if you have any topics that you'd like me to go over in future videos, please let me know in the comments box below. I would love to hear from you and know how to best help you thrive on your wellness journey. And don't forget to check out the description box for other resources that I mentioned that I have available to help you. This is your weekly reminder to do something today that brings you joy. I will see you in the next video, and take care until then.